What it do, baby boo? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your baby girl Ashley. So for today's video, what we're going to do is I'm gonna get ready with me doing this look. And I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to do this little quick makeup look for you guys, and it's a little story time of the time I joined the army. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you guys don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on your post notifications, and so you guys can get notified each time that I post a new video. So for today's video, what I decided to do was, I've seen a lot of YouTubers, like makeup artists, do kind of like a drugstore get ready with me kind of look. And so that's exactly what we're going to do today. I went to Walgreens, Target, CVS. I ended up just buying from from Target and Walgreens. So I just got things that I've seen other YouTubers use, and that I've heard some good things about it. So yeah, I haven't really used, I don't even think I used any of these. I only used like 2 things, but that's like stuff that I've used before. But the first one, I saw Daisy Marquez use the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Up to 24 Fresh Wear Foundation. And I don't think it's gonna autofocus. No. Okay, so sorry guys, my camera does not autofocus, which is so freaking annoying. And so I got the shade 465. I think this one is my color. I don't know. I keep looking down because I have the screen right there. But we'll see if this one fits. So I got that one, and then I got the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the shade Fair. So this is the one that I got. I also saw Daisy Marquez use this one. Most of the things I got them because I saw that Daisy Marquez used them, and they looked really good on them. So I really wanted to try out. And then I wanted to start doing my eyebrows because I don't do my eyebrows at all. Like, I suck at doing eyebrows. So I got the NYX eyebrow gel, the waterproof one, and I got the shade Espresso. So that's the one I got. So I'm gonna autofocus unless I do this. Okay, so that's the one. Concealer. And then I saw Daisy Marquez use these. Woo! The Wet n Wild PHOTOFOCUS setting sprays. I got the rose water one, and it's a 3-in-1 base. So it has like the prepare, it has a prep, set, and refresh. I was reading on the French side. And then I got the natural finish setting spray. So this is the 3-in-1, which is just a setting spray. I like the way this one smelled, and this one I just got it because it's natural setting spray. I kind of like my looks to be more of like natural instead of like matte. Like I don't like it to look too much or like too little, just natural. So I got those 2. I got the Wet n Wild Megaglo contouring palette. Contour. Why would they put that twice? Anyways, I got the shade Caramel Toffee. So that's the one I got. And I usually use cream, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit. It's all messed up, but this is the one that I use all the time, and this is cream. So I've never used powder, so this should be interesting. I did get these 2 caught my attention. The Milani, what was this one? The Color Statement Lipstick, and this is the shade Matte Beauty number 69. I don't know, just it really caught my attention. And then I got the Color Statement Lip Liner True Instant Color, the number 04 All Natural. So that's the one I got. I just feel like those 2, like it just, in case you didn't see it, I'm so sad. Like these 2 were just meant to be together. So I got those, which I'm really excited about, and these. I'm excited about these because I saw them and I took a while picking out eyelashes, but I saw these and I was like, oh my god, I fell in love with them. So they're the Cosmetics London EYELURE Vegas Nay Luxe Collection, a Bronze Beauty. So I don't know, it's not gonna focus, I'm so mad. But I got the Mink Effect lashes, and they just looked really nice. They look natural, but like kind of dramatic at the same time. So I'm excited to use those. What else? This is stuff that I've had before. I have used this one, the AIRSPUN Loose Face Powder in the shade Naturally Neutral. So this is the one I always use to set and to bake. And then I also always use the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder. So this is the one that I use all the time. And this is drugstore. You guys can see I use it all the time. What else? I do have these, the Line and Define eye tape from e.l.f. I use these on my trip to Rocky Point and they helped out so much. And I just have my brushes from like Morphe, the ones that I get from the Light Glams brush collection. And then I do have this, the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. Wait, this is the one. The BH liquid eyeliner. So I have that one too, but I used it and I didn't like it. But this is the eyeliner. And I don't know how to do eyeliner, so we'll see if we'll do eyeliner today. And then I just found some blush underneath because I forgot to get blush. So this is Cosmopolitan Model Company. Okay, so I pretty much showed you guys everything. And the only thing that I am like not gonna use, that I'm gonna use that's not, the only thing that I'm not gonna use that's not, the only thing that I'm not gonna use, the only thing that I'm gonna use that's not drugstore is, I'm still deciding whether to use Alondra Desi's eyeshadow palette from Glamlight. I use the highlight a lot, well the eyeshadow for highlight here a lot. The mirror's kind of broken, so I'm not gonna show you guys that because I'm so sad. So I don't know if I'm going to use that one yet, or if I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. This one I've been using a lot as well. So I've been using those two. And then I've used a little bit of BH Cosmetics Daisy Marquez palette. So that's it right there. I've used it very little. I use more of the Alondra Desi and the Take Me Back to Brazil. Or the first ever eyeshadow palette that I've had was the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow, like a boss. So that's the one that I've used and abused. But other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into this video. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off with the Wet n Wild PHOTOFOCUS Rose 3-in-1 Prime Water. I love this smell. Thank you, Daisy Marquez. Oh, I love the smell of that. I like how she has this little fan that she uses. I should probably get one, but for now we're just gonna use her mirror. I love the way it smells. It smells like rose water. There's coconut, and I forgot what other ones there was, but rose water, I've always loved the smell of that, especially because the spray that I clean my brushes with, these ones, is rose water, and the smell of it is rose water, so I just love the smell of it. So we're just letting it dry, and we're gonna attempt to do the eyebrows first. Heads up, I suck at doing eyebrows. So we're gonna try it out, and we're gonna use the NYX eyebrow gel. We'll see how that works out. You know what? I'm gonna use this. I'm trying to see what freaking brush to use because I don't think I have one that's for this. I kind of have this one. This is the e.l.f. concealer brush, so I don't think I'll be able to use this one. Let me see if I have another one. I seriously thought I had another one. I guess I don't. Okay, I'll just make it work with the concealer brush, and like I said, have not done my eyebrows. I don't know how to do eyebrows, so we'll see how this goes. I don't even know if this is my color, to be honest. So that's how it looks. Let's see how she does it on there. Okay. I'm just gonna brush it out first. And I'm so mad because I really wish I had a vanity in here. Because right now I literally just set this up like it's a folding table and the tablecloth over it, which sucks. But anyways, I don't want to just put it like on my hand. Guys, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna just put it on the box. Oh wait. Okay, there it is. I thought it wasn't gonna come out. I was like, oh crap. And just like a heads up, guys, I'm not like a beauty guru or anything. Like, I just started doing makeup like not too long ago. So honestly still learning how to do all this. Oh. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna brush it out though. I hate my life. Anyways, oh, that's what I didn't grab. I didn't grab freaking papel. So I'm just gonna use these wipes. Okay, I don't know if I should use this one. TBH. I'm kind of scared to use it on my eyelid. Okay, we'll try it. Oh yeah, that's fine. I still don't know how to freaking do the concealer stuff on my eyebrows. So don't judge, like I said. I haven't really done makeup. And yeah. Okay. So once I so once I oh, I got my eyelash. Once I'm done priming my eyelid, I'm trying to pretend like I know what I'm doing. I like to freaking, what's it called? I'll put the e.l.f. wing eyeliner, whatever tape thingamajigger. Okay. So lots of girls have like different steps to do when they do their makeup. For me, I always do, when I try to do eyebrows, and so I always do eyebrows if I try to do them, and then I do my eyelids. I don't like to do the foundation and all that first. I used to do it like that, but then I would mess up, so then I was like, no girl, you're doing it wrong. So I decided, you know what, I'll just do the eyebrows whenever I feel like doing them, and then I'll do the eyelids, do all that, and then I'll do the foundation, do all the face up, and then I'll put the lashes at the end. So that's how I've been doing it. So right now I'm just gonna pat it down, the concealer, and just get it all in there. Make sure you have like a blank canvas. I like to think of it like as a canvas. So this is where your masterpiece is gonna go. So just kind of all just pat it down. Ignore my ugly faces that I'm making right now. The eyebrows are not actually looking that bad. I mean, I could use more work on it, but they're definitely not looking like that bad. And then one thing that I did learn from Daisy Marquez when doing this is setting the concealer in with, oh, I got a eyebrow, with some loose powder. That way the makeup won't crease up on you. So that's how I've been doing it. I just do the loose powder and just set up the eyeliner or the concealer on your eyelid. Just do it like that. Same on the other side. And I go all the way up. Make sure to get in all those places where the makeup would crease. So this would minimize the amount of crease that you have with the makeup. Look at me over here talking like if I know this stuff. And I love the smell of this loose powder. It smells really good. Bro! This is what they use for the eyebrows. I seriously could have freaking used this on the eyebrows. Ay, qué mensa soy. Okay. So, I don't know what color I want to do. I have like, since it's like a nude, I feel like I should kind of go like kind of out with like the eyeshadow. I'm thinking of doing this, I don't know, between like a blue and a green, or a yellow and like a salmon color. I don't know. Because, so, oh crap. If I did this, I would use this green. Wait, was it that green? So like this green, blue, and that blue. You guys can see my reflection, but so that one, or doing like this yellow right here, and then this salmon right here. You guys can't really see it right there, but I don't know. Let's see Alondra. No, hers are more like natural colors. I could do one eye using that color and the other eye doing the other color. Oh, before I forget, the e.l.f. tapes. And I don't care like if people were like, oh, she's cheating, like using that. Like, it honestly helps so much to have these on. And then like the wing is like so freaking perfect. So I like to come from the corner of my eye, touching kind of like the end of the eyebrow. Crap, do not do that to me. Okay, oh, that's how it looks. And then I'll do the same with this one. Corner of my eye, touching close to the tip of your eyebrow. That's how I've noticed I've gotten really, really good winged looks. This one needs to go up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Okay. And normally, guys, I take like 2 hours to do my makeup, so I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I feel like it's, what the hell? There we go. Dude, stop going down. Okay, so there we go. Got that on. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do like one eye one color and one the other color. Now, one moment. I need to go get my freaking blending brush that I cannot live without. Okay, I'm back. This is like my go-to brush. Like, this is the brush I use for everything. It's the Morphe N434 blending brush, and it's the best. Oh, I'm out of breath. Okay, so I think we're gonna start off I think I'll do I don't know if I should do the green on the inside or the blue on the inside. I'll just do the green on the inside and the blue on the outside. So I'm just gonna grab this blue right here. And all I basically do is I just start here at the corner of my eye and just start packing it up on there. I hate how the tape is lifting up, what the heck? Okay, I might have to go a little darker. Okay, we're gonna use, I'm switching to this blue right here, just so it can be like a little darker, and then I'll just use the other blue that I was using first on the outside. So I'll just do it like that. Okay. So like I said, don't judge me. I like to think I know what I'm doing, but in reality I might not. And I don't really like hit it that hard. I just kind of just let it flow. And I like to do like the outside just like really dark, so you'll see me kind of packing it on there a lot, and then I just go gently like here on the inside, so dark, and then on the inside just go kind of slow. And I am going to do the cut crease, but then I'm going to put like the green on top. So that's how I've been really doing like all my makeup looks. I've been doing the cut crease. And then just putting like the secondary color on top of it. And this tape is not going to work. Which is so weird because it's been working really good. Anyways. So I'm gonna just keep packing it up on the outside. And so, okay, what am I gonna talk about? I feel like I should give you guys like a little story time, kind of like get to know me a little bit better. I know like lots of people, when they hear that I was in the army, they think I'm lying, honestly. And I'm like, bro, I'm not lying. So I think I'll start with that story of how I joined the army and all that fun stuff. So basically, I used to be a good student and everything, but kind of towards grade, my freshman year, I was just going through a lot of stuff in high school. That's when my parents were divorcing and all of that stuff. So cut crease. I'll use this one. And I'm just gonna use this eyeshadow brush. It's from Danielle. So back to the story. Yeah, I was just going through a lot my freshman year. So was it this one? No, we're gonna use the e.l.f. concealer brush. Okay. Okay, so back to the story. That's when my parents were like divorcing and everything, and I was just like a really big rebel child. Like I wasn't out like doing drugs or anything. I was just lying to my parents about where I was, and it was because I would go out with my friends because they were really strict with me. They wouldn't let me go out or anything. So I would always lie about where I was at because I'd be with my friends. I would have like boyfriends behind their backs. And my family would basically cover for me. So I always had like boyfriends and stuff like growing up. And my family, like I said, my parents were really strict on me, and like my family would always tell my mom like, you gotta stop being so hard on her, like you know how we grew up and you know exactly what's gonna happen if you keep doing that to her, you're gonna push her away. And because my mom is the youngest of 12 children, and all my uncles and tias, they knew like what my mom was basically pushing me to do. So I rebelled a lot against my parents, and when they were getting a divorce my freshman year, I just kind of lost motivation for everything. I ended up just slacking in school, on my grades, just and everything. Like I just lost motivation for everything. Okay, you guys can't see it, so we're good. So I just lost motivation for everything, and what's it called? Basically, I just started slacking off like a lot. And then come sophomore year, again I was just slacking off. Like my motivation just was so off, so bad. So I ended up not even worrying about school anymore. I didn't want to be there. Oh, excuse me. What brush am I gonna use for this? Okay, for the inner part, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. But so, what color is it? Green. So basically, whoa. Like I said, I just lost a lot of motivation. I didn't want to be there whatsoever. Sophomore year, I slacked off so bad as well. And then junior year came as well. I slacked off. I just slacked off like all my major years. So by the time senior year came around, my grades, my GPA was just really, really bad. And I barely, honestly, but you need a 2.4, 2.5 to graduate. And I think I got like a 2.6 on my GPA. Like that's how bad it was. Like I barely passed freaking high school. And that was because the teachers at San Miguel that I had, they just would not give up on me at all. They were pushing me behind. They were like always on me, making sure like that I was doing like the work that they were giving me. And then I remember like I would always have freaking conferences with my parents like every single freaking time. Like every month we would have conferences and then talk about that. So when it came time to apply for schools, we were required to apply to the 4 in-state universities, so U of A, ASU, NAU, and GCU. So we were, I think it was GCU. I don't know if it was 3 or 4, I forgot. But basically, so I sent in my applications and everything, and I got my first denied letter from the U of A. So the U of A would not take me in because of my grades, how bad they were. And then ASU was the only one to accept me at that point. Right now I'm just blending this in. So that happened, and then I remember just one day my dad sitting down with me, and because I had applied to like financial aid, and like I tried to do some scholarships, but because of my grades they were so low I didn't really qualify. So I was like thinking about like, okay, like how am I gonna pay for schooling? And I was thinking, you know, like probably like my parents, they can help me out and stuff. Well, it turned out that my dad sat me down and he's like, I'm sorry, Mika, but we won't have enough. We won't be able to pay for your college. So at this point, I'm like, okay, like I'm not getting any scholarships. I'm not getting much financial aid. So like either I'm gonna have to like really bust my ass off and work like 2 to 3 jobs and then go to school full time to basically cover my tuition. So after I was seeing like, okay, like I decided like school is not for me at all. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something for myself. And the student from a past graduating class had contacted me about joining the Marines. And I was like, okay, so like I looked into it and I met up with the recruiters and stuff. I met with one recruiter, and I just did not like the way Marines are. Like, no offense to you Marines, but to me I feel like it gets to their head. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some Marines out there that this doesn't happen to them, but I feel like most Marines, like once they become Marines, they're like, oh my god, I'm like the baddest dude out here, like don't mess with me, you know? And I'm like, dude, like why are you acting so fucking hard? Like why? Like you're not even that hard. Like what the hell? It annoys me. They just seem so freaking arrogant to me, like so cocky, so arrogant. And for me, I was like, I do not want to turn into that kind of person. So I like put a stop. I put like a hold on that journey. So then after that, a couple weeks went by, and from a while back I had like applied online like to find out more information about the services. So the Army contacted me and they're like, oh, like we saw that you asked for information. I was like, oh yeah, like months ago, but like I'm not interested anymore. And Sergeant Alvarez, that was his name, he's like, oh, just come down here, like no commitment, like we're just gonna talk. And I was like, okay, I'll go down there, like just out of respect, you know. I went down there just to get information. And so I went in and we talked and everything. And that same day I went back home and I told my mom I wanted to enlist. So basically he sold me into wanting to enlist. So then he explained to me like the next steps of the process, which is basically like, oh, that's looking good, taking like the ASVAB test to see what areas I would qualify to go into. So on the ASVAB test, like that basically tests like where, like what fields you're the best in. So for me, when I took the ASVAB the first time, I think I did like really crappy. Not lying. I did really crappy. So then he gave me a website to use to kind of use it to study. So then I used that, and then I went in again and took the ASVAB and ended up passing. And I had this high scores for being a cook, office jobs, and mechanic jobs. Those are like my 3 high places like that I scored really high. And from the very get-go, like I wanted to be an intelligence officer, but due to my mom's residency, I wasn't able to go into it because she only has her green card. She's not a US citizen, so I wasn't able to go into that field. So then my plan B was mechanics. I love mechanics. Like if you guys know me, I love mechanics. I love working on cars. I love getting dirty. Like I just love it. My dad basically, he made me into like the boy, you know? And so I ended up just loving cars. So that's what I went in for. And so I told him, it took some convincing from my mom. Like my mom did not want to send me paperwork. My dad was all for it. Like he wanted me to go to the army. He wanted basically to see the world through my eyes. So because he said that he always wanted to travel and stuff like that, and like he said to me like he was a coward when he was my age, and that he ran away from, you know, trying to join like the services and all that. And I remember the talk he gave me, he's like, you're so brave, because I was a coward at the time. Like I would not do it. And he's like, with you voluntarily went and asked to do this. So of course, like we got all emotional, blah blah blah. I remember like this eyeshadow. So that happened. I'm gonna put like a little light blue on the outer lid. And so yeah, it took my mom a lot of convincing, and then even after I told her what job I wanted, she was like, oh heck no. Like she's like, it's your dad's fault that you like mechanics, and like that's not a job that a female should be doing. And at the time, like yeah, like not many females went into mechanics or anything, but for me, like that was my passion. Like I loved it so freaking much. I still do, but it's that eyebrow. I feel like this space right here is gonna mess with me. I'm not gonna like it. So then, yeah, I finally convinced her, and I told her I wanted to be a 91 Sierra, which is a striker citizens maintainer. And I just remember from the get-go when I told my recruiter that I wanted a mechanic job, they kept trying to make me switch my MOS. They were trying to give me an office job or a cook job. And I told them, I was like, no, like this is what I want to do. And I stood my ground, and they kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Like they were like, not many females go into this field. And I was like, that's fine, you know, like I want to be one of those females that doesn't do the normal thing. Like I don't like cooking. Like I'll cook for you and stuff like that, but I don't like cooking. I don't enjoy it. So for me, I was like, mechanics is what I want to go into. So I was really happy with that, and finally convinced my mom to sign the paperwork and everything. And then with my journey, what sucked was I was overweight. I think it was 15 or 20 pounds overweight from my max weight that I was allowed to be at. So I had, what was it? They basically gave me like 4 months to lose the weight, and I had to go to this future soldier training. I never did go or anything. So they were pretty mad about that I wouldn't show up, and they didn't see commitment in me. And then like a week before, it was a week before I had to ship out, they weighed me and they saw that I was still overweight, and the main NCO was so pissed at me. He's like, this is what you get for not showing up to future soldier training. And I'm trying to decide what to do next with my makeup. I think I'll do the other eye. Yeah, I'm gonna do the other eye. Okay, now I don't know if I should do just the blue and green. We're just gonna stay with the blue and green. Where the hell is my brush? Oh, my favorite brush. Okay, here we go. So I hope you guys can't hear that. It's the freaking fridge went on. We have a mini fridge in here. And so yeah, I basically had a week to lose. I think it was 20 pounds I had to lose. And for that whole week straight, Sergeant Alvarez and another NCO that was there working for a bit, they would pick me up early as heck in the morning. I would be the first one up from everybody in my family here at the house. And they would take me over to the base, the Davis Mountain Air Force Base, and we would go to the gym. And Sergeant Alvarez would basically, you know, like do his own thing. He would do like his own working out and stuff like that. And then the female sergeant and I, we would exercise together. And basically we would like compete with each other. Like she even told me like it was good for her too, because she was like competitive for like, oh, what are you at? And she'd tell me to be like, oh no, heck no. So I'd like race her, like, you know, do it faster. So we're always like competing in that whole week. And then she helped me so much with like what to eat. She like gave me tips and stuff. And that really, really helped a lot. She would text me and be like, okay, like eat this. And I'd be like, okay, awesome. Well, and the deal that the main NCO told me was, if you don't lose, if you're not at least, what was it? Excuse me. If you're not under the max weight that you're allowed to be at by the day before you ship out, I'm not sending you to MEPS. MEPS is where you go, where Navy, Air Force, Army, and Marines go to go basically swear in. And you do all your tests there and everything. So yeah, they're like, if we do the test, if we weigh you the day before you're supposed to go to MEPS and you're still overweight, I'm not shipping you out. I was like, oh crap. So that's why that week, like I pushed myself so freaking hard. Like I would wake up in the morning, go work out with them, then they would drop me off, I would take a shower, go to work, come back, eat really quick, or sometimes I would go work out again and then eat, or vice versa. And then I would go to sleep and then wake up and do the same thing over and over again. And my mom was such a great supporter for that. Like she would always have, like, she would make dinner for everyone, and then she would make me something different. Like it was basically, it was like lemon pepper chicken and like fish, like just stuff that like would help me lose weight. So big props to my mama for that. She really did help me out a lot. And so the day finally came and I was 1 pound under the max. So he was like, okay, I'll send you out. And he's like, but do not drink any water or any water or any juice or anything before the night before you go to MEPS. Because at MEPS, the day that you're shipping out, they weigh you, they make sure that you're still like good on your body fat, all of that. So he's like, don't drink anything because that your body's gonna retain it, and then you're gonna gain the weight all over again. So I was like, okay. So I basically did not drink anything for the time being. And then yeah, we ended up going and everything. My mom and my parents went. They stayed at the hotel that I stayed at. MEPS is like this hotel where they have like I think like 2 or 3 floors that's just to them. So that's where like the future soldiers stay at. And they stay with their roommate, of course, male, female, and female. And then they have like a space like that's just for soldiers, like future soldiers. So I was there, and then my family was on like one of the other rooms. And so that was in Phoenix. And yeah, so I just spent time with my family and everything. And I went swimming for a bit with them. Just basically like enjoyed, you know, like my last couple of hours with them. And then we had like a curfew, and then like the next day they would take us over to the MEPS. And then I went through the whole process, you know, getting weighed again, going through the test and all that. Ended up passing, thank God. So then after that, I think we do the green now. After that, ended up being that the group that I was gonna go with, our flight was delayed or something like that. So we were gonna leave till the next day. So again, my parents stayed there, and then my dad ended up going back to work, but then he came back the next day and was basically there with me. And we did all of that. The next day came, and that's the day that I actually shipped out. And that was my first time getting on a plane, and oh my God. That was so nerve-wracking. But I remember it was an experience. Where is it? And I remember like the day that I had left. That's the first time I ever saw my dad like really cry a lot. He took me to, he put me in a corner and then basically just hugged me and just like started crying. And just started saying how much he loved me and how much he was gonna miss me and how proud he was of me. And I cried so much that day too, I remember. But yeah, so then I became friends. Oh crap, I just put up so much. I became friends with a couple of people there that were also from Arizona. Well, duh. I'm so dumb. It's coming off, God. This eye twitch is so freaking much. I'm like, dude, there's no need for you to twitch so much. So yeah, I became friends with them, and then we ended up flying out together. And it was funny because we all ended up going to the same reception. So reception is where you land after MEPS, and basically that's like your in processing stage, and you stay there for, I think it's a week if I remember correctly. You stay there and you in process the whole week, and they kind of like train you to what to expect from basic training. I'm getting so mad at this crease. So yeah, they train you for that. And you have like drill sergeants there and everything. And I remember I freaking hated it because that was the only time they were like, when you were in reception, you were able to have your phone, because once you got to basic training, you weren't going to be able to have your phone anymore. So whenever we had free time, I would always try to like talk to my best friends, my parents, just basically everyone. And I would update Facebook. I would like post pictures of like when I got my uniform, just like all those like stuff, you know, those milestones. So I did all of that. I was there for a while, and that was an experience. That was a real experience. And then after that, they woke us up one day and they're like, all right, you guys are ready to go off to your basic training. And on the way over there, they have in these buses, and you have like your laundry bag. And on the way over there, you're supposed to grab your laundry bag and have your head down like this, so you can't see where you're going. So I didn't know like how the base was or anything because of that. But so yeah, that's basically they took us, and then I remember when we landed, well, not landed, when we got there, they had us do like a head count. And so you basically just start from the front and then just go back towards the bus and then just state your number. And people, let me tell you, Army sucks at doing head count like that. We would always freaking mess up. But yeah, so they would have you get down and then they would have you like rush in, and they had like these drill sergeants waiting literally at the door of the bus. I don't know if you guys heard that. But they would be waiting at the door of the bus, and then when you got off, they're like screaming in your face, like, "Get off the bus, Private!" Like, you know, all that stuff. And I remember with me, like, I'm so glad I didn't do it, but I just wanted to laugh. Like, I don't know why, I just wanted to laugh when they started screaming in my face. I just wanted to laugh so bad. But I restrained myself and I didn't laugh. I just ran, because they would have you run. I just ran over there to where they were telling me to run to. And I remember when we got there, it was like such a journey. Like, it honestly was. We had to do like this activity of like trying to put like, get our bags out like in an orderly fashion way. We couldn't do it, so they created like a whole bunch of drama, and they made us do push-ups like right off the bat, because we couldn't do just a simple task of unloading bags in a orderly fashion way as a team. So they would have us do push-ups because of that. So that's like when I first started doing like real push-ups, I was like, crap. And yeah, and then I remember when we got assigned to our platoons, our drill sergeants just basically like told us to go upstairs to our bays and just to stand there in silence and wait for them. And when we got there, or when they got up there, they basically started smoking us. So smoking is like when they do like whichever however many minutes or hours they want to do, like basically having you do like different exercises like push-ups, you know, things that will, it's like, they don't call it punishment, they call it corrective training. So they're basically doing corrective training, and you're supposed to do that for as long as they tell you to do it. And we were in the middle of doing push-ups, and this guy, he just starts crying and basically saying how he doesn't want to be there. And this other girl comes out and says the same thing. So then our drill sergeant's like, okay, if you guys don't want to be here, then go in the middle and you guys will start the paperwork to get out of the military. And they were like, okay, if anybody else wants to quit, then go ahead and go in the middle. But boy, let me tell you, I was contemplating so bad of quitting. But then I started thinking about like all the hard work and that I did and that other people did for me to get me where I was at. And I didn't think it was fair. I was like, I didn't do all this hard work, and I didn't have other people do all this hard work with me and for me, so I can just up and quit when I got here. So basically I just said, you know what, suck it up. And I ended up just staying. But I was injured most of basic training. My hips and my lower back, just no specific thing, it's just like overuse of it. basically just made my hips and my back just give out. And I almost got out, but they couldn't find anything in the scans. So basically they just kept me moving forward. And let me tell you, the basic training, we experienced we had so many natural disasters happen on like important dates. So it always rained when we had rec marches. Always freaking rained. Which is bad because, you know, you're rucking for miles and miles and miles and you get like your feet wet and it's bad. But one of our main ruck marches, the longest one we were supposed to make, it got canceled because there was a storm that happened. So it got canceled. Our family day and graduation got canceled because there was a hurricane that happened, and basically the whole base and all of South Carolina was shut down. And basically they were saying that family members were not going to be able to come because it was going to be so hard to come through, and the bridges and all this and that. We had no power and no water. I think it was for a week. And oh my god, I went through so much that time. And imagine having females, so many freaking females in the same room. Like, it freaking sucks. But oh, she's looking good. So yeah, it sucked, but I learned so much about myself there. Like, my drill sergeant had me be later, and basically because I found a way to kind of flush the toilets because they were getting really stinky, and I showed her how I figured it out. Basically just buckets and water, because that's how my family had taught me before. So she had me directing like the whole company into doing this, and I had the keys to water, and what little water that we did get, like little droplets. So we were doing that, and then we were pulling just 24-hour duties, like all nights, like taking care of the arms room and all that. But so we got our phones early to talk to our parents, and our family members let them know what was going on. And I remember when I told my mom, like, she was freaking out, and they had to buy a ticket. They had rented a room at the base. They did so much, and then they were so devastated because they were basically just told that they weren't able to come. So yeah, that happened. So yeah, all of that happened. Okay, I'm gonna take these off now. Look at that wing. I just love the wing effect that you get with these tape. Like, it's so perfect. I love it. No, it's just my hair, you guys. So anyways, I'm just go ahead and put some more setting spray. So yeah, and then they had canceled the trip. They canceled the tickets and everything, and then one day I just called my mom and I was like, just come, like they're having like a little, like we're having like a little ceremony in our patio, our courtyard, and then they're saying that the family members that were already there, they could go in. So we just said like my parents were already there. But so basically my mom brought my brother, my sister. They literally drove from Tucson all the way to South Carolina, just non-stop. It was my dad too. Yeah, it was all four of them, and they drove in this little car. I felt so bad because they all just fit in this little car, and they were all cramped and bored, and it took them 3 days, I think, to drive to me. And I remember when they showed up, I wanted to cry so bad, but I was in the position of attention, so you cannot move at all whatsoever. I'm loving this eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the L'Oreal foundation. And I like to use the Sephora brush, the 64, for my foundation. So yeah, then And I always go, oh crap, did I go? Yeah, I did. I always go all the way like down to my neck because I don't like it when it's like a different color and I'm just getting it everywhere. So yeah. This is actually my color, you guys. I'm like so happy right now. Okay, so once I do that, I like to do baking underneath my eyes. Or you know what, I'm gonna set it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of bake underneath my eye. Okay, so I need some more on that side. Okay, so I'm gonna just let that bake for a second. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the contouring. I'm gonna do it with the Wet n Wild contouring palette. We'll see how this goes because like I said, I haven't used powdered contour. I think I'm gonna put like some concealer. Yeah, I'm gonna put some concealer right here. I'm gonna do concealer after I bake. I should have done the concealer first. Whatever. I don't know what to use. I'm missing a brush. So I'm just gonna grab this one, and it's my e.l.f. blending brush. I don't want to use this one though. Oh well. I'm actually kind of liking using powdered contour. Okay, so I'm back. So I just contoured a little bit right there. I'm gonna do the blush, the concealer. Like I said, I'm acting like I know what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, with my Morphe M6 brush, I'm just gonna pat out all the excess translucent powder. I'm gonna set it again. And I'll just add that. Oh, I haven't used this. I'm using this brush, I don't even know where it's from. Okay, now next I'm gonna do my eyelashes. And first I like to curl them. So I'm gonna do that first. So like I said, I'm gonna do the EYELURE Vegas Name Luxe Collection Bronze Beauty. I don't know if I'm gonna use their adhesive. Where? Okay, there it is. Okay, so I went ahead and just put on the eyelashes because I struggle so much with them. They're not even that well put. But, so So that's that. And then I just added like the little eyeshadow right there and underneath the eyes. Now I'm just going to do the e.l.f. highlighter. And I use the Morphe M451 brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the lip liner, the Milani one. I suck at lip liner, so don't judge. I'm not gonna lie, but Milani has been like my go-to lately. Okay, so once I do that, I just add a little bit of eyeshadow highlight right here. Just like that. Oh, and I forgot some on my nose. Okay. So now I'm gonna put the rose water one first. Or actually, I'll do the natural finish. So this is the final look. I hate how I can't okay, like the focus is so bad on this camera. And I know I didn't put the eyelashes on that well, but this is the final look. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my little story. I know this video is kind of long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm glad to see that my makeup skills are getting better. So this post notification shout out goes out to Kimmy Beauty MUA. Thank you girls so much for turning on post notifications and subscribing to my channel and showing your love. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys want a post notification shout out, all you have to do is just subscribe, like, and turn on that bell notification to turn on your post notifications, and then just comment what it do, baby boo, down below in the comments, and then you may get your post notification shout out. So until next time guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hey.